Our daily burst of joy today is taken from 1 Corinthians 4:16, and it says, "Therefore I urge you to imitate me." Now, this is the Apostle Paul saying this, to imitate him. But he was saying this because Paul was imitating Jesus. Paul states that specifically in 1 Corinthians 11:1. So, to be clear in this verse, we are to imitate Jesus Christ. And if this means that we're imitating another person who's clearly and obviously imitating Jesus, then that's okay too. But remember though, we aren't to look to imitate others. Our goal is to imitate our Savior, Jesus Christ. That's someone who has put their faith in Jesus as their Savior. We were created in His image, and God's greatest desire is for us to become more like Him every day in all that we do. And as the Bible teaches, we are to conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of Jesus. He says that in Philippians 1:27. We're also supposed to conform to His likeness, as He says in Romans 8:29. We should also follow in His footsteps throughout our spiritual journey, as He says in 1 Peter 2:21. And we should also do as Jesus would do in everything, as He says in John 13:15. So what does this look like? Well, first, become a humble servant, serving God by serving others. We do this when we are a follower of Jesus. We put our faith in Him, and we learn that following Jesus and being humble in every way is the way to please Him and to look more like Him. We make love be our greatest attribute. That's what we seek. And then we seek first to please Jesus in all that we do, say, and think. And then that way we are living out love. This is what matters most to God and will last for eternity. So let's choose today to ask God to help us to know Him personally, yes, more intimately, so that we can imitate Him as our model for living. So we can ask this of ourselves. When others witness our lives, our words, and our actions, are they seeing Jesus? I know sometimes it's hard, but as a follower of Jesus, God empowers us through His Spirit that lives in us. And we can also pray for those who persecute us, those that are really hard to love. But God always gives us enough for every day. And we can become more like Him and imitate Him so that others see Him through us. And there's a quote by someone that's unknown who quoted it, but it says, "A good example is the best sermon." Isn't that the truth? Let all of this cause you to burst with joy today. God bless you.